A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Rose. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now running right through it. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And just on Wednesday, he was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that over 100-yard performance he had last week.
Deservedly so, and I enjoyed our time with him and asked him how he got it done. What did he see? And he said film study, watching what the defenses were going to present, understanding how to defeat those. And then he was a step ahead because he said, they're going to change up and counter him.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Here's Rosen to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal. Rosen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out. It turned into a big loss of yardage.
That's fine. Yeah.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 57 yards. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
319.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Throwing is Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Crosby puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Rosen.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game.
Touchdown, Cardinals! J.J. Nelson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
319. 319. 319.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping him.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
58. No. 319. Hey, check 26. 319.
Rodgers going to throw. He sets to fire deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That one into the hands of Kane. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's first and 10. Now Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Gun! Gun!
They go play action. It's Rosen. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go, come on.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Kenny Clark. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here we go now. Detroit! Green, Detroit! Green, Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to fire one deep up. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, check 26. 319. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
319.
Here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He finds some open field here. The 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Snap comes at 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. Quick throw, that's complete on.
Just trying to do your job, right?
In 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. And incomplete here on third down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Crosby puts it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand
me all the time before I went out. Dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get this up to about the 40. On the stop, it's Delvin Breaux.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Now it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his 1st catch. Big reason they're losing right now. To throw is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on second down. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Yeah, he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, where y'all going?
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And Gresham has it left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running
rush coming, and he's taken down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Rodgers now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though. It
was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Arizona, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.